Woo! Hey, what's up? Off-season day, it's like 102, I think. We didn't do a bunch of filming over the weekend. My wife's birthday was this past week, so we celebrated that. And then I went and spent some time with my family. My wife and I did, and daughter. And then we had like a big bridge building party, which was phenomenal. But there was a tractor that had tried to go across my mom and dad's bridge and pretty much wrecked it. Wrecked the bridge, took out like, I think it was 9 boards. So we were able to get that replaced and get those kind of all fixed up. But yeah, back to that work week, back to the Monday grind. Long day today. I do have some stuff that I've got to get done and that I've been working on. So like the tan fur, that's coming along fine. Been no issues with that really. So that's really good. I've actually been selling a few here and there, and I plan on getting some of them put up in a shop and putting them up and seeing how they do. So there's a pretty large festival that comes through my hometown around the third weekend. It usually comes around the third week of October, and that's typically when I start trapping. So I'll start trapping canines around then. I'll get those coyotes put up in that storefront, and then what I'll do is I'll trap the coyotes for a few days, week or so, 2 maybe. Not on a vacation line, but on like a work line. Maybe try and catch like 50. And helping that young man out, the young sir out with his research project. So that we'll have that kind of going as well. And then when we're gearing down from the coyote line or canine line, I'm going to start gearing up for the water line. So I know there's been kind of some mix and match information that I've been putting up about the water line and some of the stuff I'm using. Now this stuff, and I want to make it clear, this stuff's not all the stuff that I'm using, or it's not the stuff that I'm going to use throughout the rest of my trapping days. I'm just trying out a bunch of stuff to figure out what I like. And just so happens you are along for the ride. Now, if you want to join the ride, that's fine. If you don't want to join the ride, sweet. I'm going to try and get some of this stuff done, get it figured out, and just really develop a system that I like personally. And then, whenever you do see me running the canine line, you're going to see that I run I run the sweat. Same way every time. I'd set the same sets, same way, do it the same way every time. I don't really, look like a damn grouse, but that couldn't be true. But I do the same thing, the same way every time. I fluctuate a little bit. You got like plan B's and plan C's, but when it comes to set construction and going in, once I figure out where the spots are, I pretty much set the same spots year after year after year, and they produce year after year. And if they don't produce, then I reevaluate my system and reevaluate my line for that particular farm or for that particular farms, and try and correct it and try and figure out what the heck I'm doing wrong. I don't like to go. I'm not the guy that likes to go out there and catch 1 or 2 or 3 a day of something. I like to go out there and I like to catch a lot. As much as I can. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a little different this year because there's no vacation to use for the home line. But I will be using it for the out-of-state trip. And yeah, we'll see how that works. I was trying to get someone to go film me while I was out there. Not trap, just film me. And because then I was like, well, if I could do that, then I could probably figure out how to do a video every day. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do that, and I don't think anyone really wants to go out there and do that. And you know what? I don't blame them. But so I'll try and film it. I'll try and set the traps. I'll try and run the traps. I'm trying to try and have a high production line. Ended up getting 20,000 more acres to trap on, so that's good. kind of play it by ear. I know this evening I've got to work on a few coyote hides. Groundhog out there. Huh. 2 groundhogs. But I got to work on some coyote hides this evening, and I mean I think that's really it in a nutshell. I'm going to start getting some of my gear lined up, and I'm going to start going out and doing line kind of preset, or I'm going to get everything figured out and ready to rock and roll for the line, so I can go ahead and preset it and preset some of the locations. I don't think I'm going to pre-bait this year. If I do, it'll probably be like once or twice. I usually like to do it like, I don't know, 7 or 8 times over the course of September and October, or like the beginning of October. But I don't think it's going to happen. It's not a big deal. I've got a lot of good activity locations, so I'm not worried about it. I've had guys getting a hold of me, wanting me to, like, you know, hey, when can you get out here? Where they're everywhere, blah blah blah. You and I know that they're not probably everywhere, but they probably have a little bit, you know, maybe a family group on there, or if it's a nice spot, maybe 2, maybe 3. So I'm going to continue my trip home. I've got about 15 minutes, and then yeah, I'm going to get some stuff worked on, and time to slay the week. All right, man, keep grinding. I'll talk to you later. Presetting done.
Hey, you gotta do the done.
So all we're going to do is just pretty much really in that way when we come in here. Perfect. God, man, I couldn't have done that any better. Come on, look at them deer. All right, we got 4 more. We'll get these 4 put out and be back home for, you can say, Bob's your uncle. All right, guys, so we got another little spot. We're actually going to come back and, well, not come back, but while we're here, you won't see it, but we're going to probably clear out a little trail that's going to get us down here a little bit easier. Wussies, we're going to get down here and get these bad boys way closer. But take a look over there at that far side of the culvert. It's going to be a good spot. Well, one of the last stops of the day. Got a nice little culvert. Got some good water going down. Grab that other one, brother. Oh yeah. I didn't plan to have my face pressed against 44. Want me to?
No. That's kind of shit.
That's right.
I'll make money off this one way.
Well, we can get hooked up.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect. We'll cut the excess
I've run
off.
some wire wheels.
Or we can put it
Chase.
wire wheels.
Yeah, grinding the wire wheel. We can clean that up if you want a little bit.
Okay.